Welcome to Subramani. Uh, I was just going through the results of ICICI Securities and happy as a shareholder. I'm not very sure whether I'm happy as a Indian citizen to see so many people trading. Now, having said that, let me not sound very arrogant like Joseph Kennedy saying if the shoeshine boy is giving you a tip, you should be selling. That is nice to talk about in theory and in parties, but today everybody is trading. Who is not trading, right? So, why has this happened? I really don't know. One thing I can think of is Zerodha came. First of all, India Infoline dropped the brokerage to 5 paisa. So they got fame as 5 paisa, and that didn't bother ICICI Securities. They came at a higher rate and they made money. ICICI Securities is a profitable part of the ICICI group. And then Zerodha came and crashed the pricing. So therefore, your Axis Securities, HDFC Securities, and what have you, all of them had to drop rates. Some of them are in the volume game, some of them are not in the volume game, so it doesn't matter. But when I was seeing the results of ICICI Securities, I thought that if everybody is buying, market has to go up, and what are people buying? So that's not very clear, but from the volumes it looks like everybody seems to want a bit of Reliance, which is okay, because if the FANG wants to invest in Reliance, why should the Indian not want to invest in Reliance? So that is happening. A lot of people are, and I checked out a couple of portfolios. They were not too bad. You really thought that, oh God, this, the Indian equivalent of Zerodha, Zerodha is the Indian equivalent of Robinhood. You thought that, oh, these people don't know what they are buying, but it doesn't seem to be very bad, because I checked out one portfolio of a guy who I asked, trading कर रहे हो? So he said, हाँ, trading कर रहा हूँ. So he showed me. I said, what is there in your portfolio? Believe me, he didn't know what was there in his portfolio. He said, हाँ sir, दिखाता हूँ. It's a smartphone. He knew how to operate it. So I asked him, are you buying online? He said, yeah, I'm buying online. So he has a broking account. I'll not tell you where. He's got a demat account there. And he has invested about 2,05,000 over the last 3-4 months. And that is worth about 2,25,000. So he's made about 20,000 rupees. Not bad in 3 months with 2 lakhs if you make, which means approximately coming to about 3-4% a month. That kind of return you're not going to get anywhere. And he has decent shares. He of course had Reliance, HDFC Bank, and he had Vodafone. He had some of these scripts which is there in all fund manager balance sheets or fund manager bank statements. Fund manager investment statements. So it's not too bad. And why should I sound so arrogant to say, "Arey, तुमको नहीं आता है, मैं सिखाऊंगा"? He had no clue, but he had seen me on TV, so he thought I was somewhere connected. So he said, if you think I should sell off everything and buy something else, I will do that also. I said, who is giving you these tips? He's got a relationship manager in a broking company. I'm not naming the broking company. And that fellow tells him what to buy and what to sell. So I said, this is a longish portfolio. You've had a long time. And he said, no, another friend of mine told me that when he asks you to buy, you buy, but don't sell. When he asks you to sell, that you wait. You decide कि मुझसे पूछ और मैं बताऊंगा. So he was doing this reasonable knowledge. If you could pump in 2 lakhs in the last 3 months, it is just fantastic, because you thought everybody was slowing down. So I asked him, are you not slowing down? I mean, the kind of contracts are you getting anything? He said, नहीं, हाँ, कुछ मिल रहा है, कुछ पैसा था, FD तोड़वा दिया. So some money he had, so some semblance of financial thinking he had done. So he had put it here. Now it's very difficult. It is going to be heartbreaking for me to tell him this 2 lakhs can go to zero. But I would hate saying that, because he's got companies which are decent. So I can't imagine Reliance going to zero or a Vodafone going to zero from here. Maybe if it bought Vodafone at 80, there was risk that it is now at 10 rupees. But he's bought it at 5 rupees 80 paise, 7 rupees or something like that. So that's okay. I think I don't want to be judgmental, but I think if everybody like him is buying into a group, I wouldn't be too sad. And I mean that's good for the market, but I don't know how long these people will be able to stay whether they will book profits, and if there is a 30% fall, will they panic and sell. But luckily this fellow had not done any F&O, but he told me that he was selling, his relationship manager was pushing him into F&O. I said, that is something which you will not touch because you don't understand. He said, हाँ मैं नहीं समझता, मैं I will bring the transaction to you. I said, look, I don't do advisory, so don't come. But yeah, I don't know why people like us should be arrogant to believe that we know everything. For example, I was going through a balance sheet online of a big hotel company, and I thought it is not worth buying, it is worth shorting. The margins are not good, blah blah blah. And margins have not been good last 3-4 years. It's not that current margins are not good. Current margins, so we don't even know. It is the last reported margins are not good. The return numbers are not good. So I should sell it off, or rather, I should. I mean, I didn't have, so I should not buy. At least I had made up my mind that I should not buy. But then I looked at one of the big bulls. All the big bulls in India are named. Their names start with R, right? So this is one of the big bulls, and I saw that he had bought it. Even then, I picked up a couple of mutual funds, and I found they also had bought it. So I changed my mind and did not. I said, okay, let me buy it or let me keep quiet. There's no question of shorting it. I mean, I don't anyway short, and I don't have this hotel. So I said, okay, nothing is to be done. Maybe I will not go long now. Maybe I'll go long after some time. So I'm just waiting. So then I thought to myself, Joseph Kennedy said very arrogantly, when the Shushan boy gives you a tip, it's a time to be selling. We really do not know. But yeah, this is the most often quoted one. And then I said, who is now behaved like a Shushan boy? It was me. I had no clue. And I thought I should be selling a hotel company which one of the big bulls was buying, right? And I got carried away. I got swayed away. So when the Shushan boy gets a tip and he doesn't know what to do, watch this video. I felt like the Shushan boy there. Thank you.